Now very often I get people come in with Aqua One fish tanks that they say leak, and it is extremely annoying for everyone, but basically it is extremely rare for these tanks to actually leak, and I'll show you what happens. First of all, if you want to test if it's leaking, what you do is you just get some paper and you sit the aquarium on some paper and you fill up the aquarium. If the aquarium actually is leaking, you will know questions asked, know where the leak is coming from, because the water will get drawn into the paper and you'll see very clearly if the tank is leaking. I'm not saying that I've never seen these tanks leak, because I have seen the odd one leak, but in general they do not. Let me show you what happens. Now, first of all, the water gets sucked up through the pump out of the filter, out of the aquarium. It's very important that the strainer at the bottom is clean and the impeller that's inside here is clean. I'll just pull this out. So give that a bit of a clean. That's quite dirty. So just give that a clean and give the housing inside a bit of a clean. Then the elbow pumps the water up. It's important that the holes are facing down. You don't want that spraying up, otherwise that can give you a problem. Then the only media that I want you to use in this filter is polyfilter. And the reason why I want you to use polyfilter, I do not want you to use the carbon cartridges that come with it, because they clog up really easily. And if they clog up, that's when this problem occurs, which I'll show you in a second. So you basically just cut that to size, put this in the top. So I'll cut that in a second. And then also there is a grid which needs to go on the bottom. It's a grate. The grate must be on the bottom above the lip, so when the water goes down through the filter, it's able to go into that little void space, and then the water is able to go out of the holes that are in the front. And the holes must be clear. You can't let the holes get all clogged up, otherwise the filter will bank up. So once again, if you have the wrong, if you have a very dirty filter, if you don't have polyfilter, if you have the grid set up wrong, if anything goes wrong like that, the water, or if the holes are facing the wrong way, the water does not go down. The water actually banks up and then it goes over the edge, and you can clearly see here where the water has been going over the edge for some time. And then if you look where that corresponds to the aquarium, you can see a lot of evidence here that water has built up on the in this area. And then what happens is the water actually nips in underneath this, which is acts like a siphon. It goes down this thing at the bottom, and then depending on the angle of the aquarium, it will look like it's coming out at the back here, or it will look like it's coming out at the front corner. So once again, if you think your tank is leaking, the easiest thing to do is take off the filter, completely clean the filter, make sure that the filter is free, make sure it's only polyfilter that you're using, and make sure the water can go back into the aquarium again, and then this problem will cease. Put a little comment down the bottom of what experience you've had with this. And when you do pull the tank apart, it's important to keep all your old water, to put your old water back in again so you don't stress your fish out.